My name is Daniel Bort. I'll be explaining the box jump today, and this is Stu Bell. He'll be performing the box jump. The box jump is typically used with athletes of all sports that are trying to get more explosive or faster or more agile. It's more of a plyometric exercise, and the muscles used in the box jump is the gluteus maximus, or the glutes, the quadriceps, or the quads, or the gastrocnemius, which is the calves, and the secondary muscles used are the gluteus minimus and medius, the hamstrings, and the adductor muscles, which is more closer to the groin area. Now, there's improper technique and proper technique with performing the box jump. Improper technique can make athletes more susceptible to ACL injuries due to them being more quadricep dominant, which means their hamstrings are very weak and their quads are starting to take over, do all the work, which brings them more putting all their weight onto their toes, putting all that pressure onto their knees. So Stu, show me a improper technique to a box jump. So, improper ways would be not using your arms when you jump to give you that upward momentum. Another improper way would be too wide of a stance or too close of a stance. So that's a little bit of a too wide of a stance. Now show me one without using your arms. So it's not as effective. You're not able to get your maximum height and power that way. And another way would be him landing on top of the object with his toes and landing back on his toes and continuing that little pattern, putting all that pressure onto his knees. See, so you felt that in your knees, huh? Yeah?
That pressure on it.
Okay. So those are the things that we want to try to avoid to, reduce the risk of injury in the ACLs. Now, an improper box jump would be landing on top of the object with the balls of your feet, getting down to that quarter squat position with your legs shoulder width apart, using your arms as well for upward momentum. So, get into a nice, fairly good distance away from your objects too. Now, when you jump, you're going to want to come down at a quarter squat position, chest up, and then you're going to explode with your toes coming up on your toes, giving the whole upward momentum to your arms. There we go. So he landed perfectly. He didn't stick his landing. Sticking his landing would be landing with his knees completely straight, adding more unnecessary pressure to his knees, making him a lot more susceptible to knee injury that way, and just not as effective. So, give me one, Stu. One more proper technique. Good. So, see, he didn't stick his landing. He landed as if a cat would jump onto something. They don't land all hard. They land nice and quietly. The planes used when performing the box jump is the frontal plane due to his arms. And that's also known as the superior part of the frontal plane as well. The inferior plane, which is his lower half of his body, as well as the sagittal, because he's using both left and right sides of his body. And that's it. And those are the improper and proper ways to perform box jump.